So I'm going to go over some of my favorite brushes and what I think are probably the most useful for every day. And if you're just starting out, you know, what are really going to give you the most, make the most difference for you. So first of all, I keep my brushes in this. And this is just, I think it's actually, it was a pencil holder at some point. I don't even know where I got it. It has, you know, different sections you can keep, you know, I keep like my face brushes and then my eye, my, I don't know, liners. I have other ones too, but these are just, those are like my everyday brushes that I use. And then the rest I keep in little cases. So I'm going to start out and show you the eye brushes. The first one, and this is one of my top 3 I think everyone should have, is this 239 by MAC. And this is just, it's for the lid. You'll see me use this in most of my videos. It packs the color on really nicely. It's small, so you might not think that you would get a lot out of it, but you actually get a really nice, picks up a lot of colors. You really get like a really nice finish from it. So I definitely recommend getting this if you're just starting out. It's worlds ahead of, you know, using that little thingy that comes with your eye makeup, and it just really will change the way that your makeup looks on your face. With that being said, the next thing that everyone should have, probably your first brush I would say, is this 217. And this is the crease brush. This you use for applying color in the crease. You can use it to blend out if you need to, you know, blend any colors. You can actually use it too to put, you know, blend your concealer underneath your eye, around your nose. You can use it for a lot of things. Picks up color really nicely, so you can use it actually to apply color too to the crease, and it's just really versatile. I love this one. Definitely you should get it. Now, the next step up from that is this 224. And this you'll see is, this one is bigger and it's a little bit fluffier, whereas this one's more concentrated. This one is good for blending. This I use a lot of times when I use the 217, I'll use this too to just kind of blend out. Sometimes if I don't want as much color on when I'm applying, I'll use this to actually apply. And then I'll also use this to, you know, for concealer, blending that out as well. This is a great brush to have. Now another one that's kind of like that is this Duo Fiber, and this is a 286. So these are like the 3 main crease brushes. This one I wouldn't say you need unless you have like a big collection and you know you want a lot of brushes. This one doesn't pick up as much color as either of those. So this is good for smoky eyes, for really dark colors, or also if you want to use a light color and you don't want as much on there. This is good for that as well. So those are kind of like the 3 main crease brushes. Now this is the 219. This one is a crease brush as well, but it's smaller. It's dome shaped and it's pointy. You can use this for actually if you want like a really concentrated in the crease color, this is good. This I use for blacks. Like if I'm doing a smoky eye and I want to use black, I don't want to color the whole thing on my lid, so I'm going to use this and just do really concentrated. You can also use it to apply eyeshadow, you know, underneath the eye as eyeliner, and you can blend out eyeliner with it as well. And then you can also use it too if you have like a spot on your face and you want to just dab a little concealer. This is the perfect size for that. Now this one is the 252. This is a good get. What's the first one? It's a little bit bigger than the first one. It doesn't pick up as much color. I like using this for paint pots. If I'm not, you know, applying it with my hand, I'll use this. It's nice too for just, you know, it's a good lid. If you want to just put like, you know, less compact color on the lid, it's good for that. It's just another good brush to have in your arsenal. This is kind of the same idea. I don't know what number this is, but this is like a flat top. This is good for, it picks up a lot of the color, not as much as that 239, but it still picks up a lot. It's good too for, you know, blending out underneath the eye, any eyeliner on there, adding eyeshadow as liner underneath the eye. And then also it's good too, if you use a gel liner, you can use this to apply it. I personally prefer this one, which is the angled one. You'll see me in the videos, I use it like this and then I turn it. That's why I like this, but either one of these really will work. The next one that I have is this. This is similar to that angled, but it's a little bit fluffier. This is just a Sephora one. And this is good for your brows. If you want to use powder in your brows, this is the brush for that. MAC has one. I don't really use powder, so I didn't get the MAC one. But if you do, you know, it's a good thing to use. This is just another kind of crease brush. This is the Sonia Kashuk, the Target collection. You can use it, you know, in the crease. You can also just apply color on the lid with it. It's a little bit stiffer than the 217. I don't use this one as much, but I'll use this occasionally. It's a good kind of extra to have in your kit. This one is another Sephora one. It doesn't have a name. It's just kind of fluffier. This I'll use if I really want a lot of color. This picks up a lot. I'll use it a lot of times. You'll see underneath my brow. I'll put, you know, for a highlighter there. And then too, if you want to contour, this is good, you know, contouring your nose, contouring anywhere that you really want to get a precise line. This is good for that. Then I have this one. This is just a little smudge brush. And this, you know, you use to smudge underneath eye if you want to smudge out your eyeliner. This is good for that. I also have this one, which is just a little bit smaller. Sorry, this one's a little dirty, but a little bit smaller and stiffer. Just different options to have. Those I would say are the biggest. Well, these two actually. This is another brush that I use for liner, for gel liners. I'll use this. I don't know. I don't really have a time like when I'll go to this over the angle to just kind of pull either. This works really nicely. This is I guess if you want a thinner line than the angle, this kind of gives you more precision because it's a smaller point at the top. So I don't know. So those are just kind of my go-to eyeshadow brushes that I use every day. I have others. I have multiples of a lot of those, but those are really kind of like the key to my collection. So now I'm going to show you my face brushes. For this, my number one face brush is, of course you can't see the number, but it's this Duo Fiber brush by MAC. This is their medium one. They have a small, medium, and a large. I like the medium. You'll see me use this all the time. I use this for my highlighter. I use this for my foundation. I use this for everything. It's just a great brush. Now this one is my Sonia Kashuk brush. And this is a stipling brush too, a Duo Fiber stipling, whatever. This one's a little bit thicker than this one, and I use this mostly for highlighting. You'll see me use it, you know, up here, on my nose, wherever. You could also apply powder foundation. I mean, you could also apply liquid foundation or cream foundation with this. This is a really good brush. It's actually really in quality. Her brushes are really, really comparable to a lot of my MAC brushes, and they shed less too. So if you're not looking to spend $20, $30, $40 for a brush, hers are great options. I don't know how broad her collection is, but she definitely has at least starter brushes. Then speaking of her brushes, this is the thicker Duo Fiber one that I have of hers. This I will use if I want to apply an all over highlight because it's like that stipling. It's not going to pick up like a thick color. It's going to give me, you know, just enough coverage. I'll use it for finishing powder sometimes. And really that's what I use this one for. So those are the three kind of Duo Fiber brushes I have. Now this is my Kabuki brush by Bare Minerals. You can see it's flat on the top and kind of angled. This is really, really dense, so it picks up a lot of the product. I'll use this for my pressed powder by them, which is like this stuff that I have. And I'll also use this for buffing out my face. If I have too much product, if I want to buff out, you know, whatever, I'll use this because it really, really is very strong. Those are really the only two things I use it for because it is so strong. You could use it for a foundation if you wanted heavy coverage, but I personally don't like having that much foundation on, but you could use it for that. The next thing is my MAC powder brush, and this is $129. I don't know what happened to this. It got a little like frayed at the top. I have another one it didn't happen to, but I can't find it right now. But this is just used for powders. I'll use it for mineral or loose powder foundation. Use it for finishing powder. I use it for just kind of anything I just want to put all over my face. It's not my favorite of the brushes. I do have two, but it's all right. I've used better brushes. It's not my favorite. I wouldn't recommend running out and buying the MAC version. This one, however, I would. This is the 109, and this is the contouring brush that I use. It's good because it's small, it's dense, it really picks up a lot of the color. It's good for contouring, good for lines, just, it just is really, really concentrated, so it's really good for contouring. Definitely worth purchasing. This is I don't know what they call this one. It's the 139, and this is like that egg one that I use. I use this for applying my finishing powder. I'll use it sometimes to buff out if my contouring is too heavy. I'll use it to apply, on my down here. I use this for everything. You'll see me use this for everything. It's really good, and the point just kind of makes it easier that you can get into like harder to reach areas. It's definitely a cool brush. You can also use it for contouring as well. It's what I was using. If you have a bigger face than mine, it would work really nicely. I like the thinner brush because my face is so small. If I put too much, it just takes over my cheek. But if you had like a longer face or like a bigger face, you could use that brush and it wouldn't pick up as much powder, but it would still look really nice. This is my blush brush, and this is my MAC one. I have a Sephora one. I have a couple of Sonia Kashuk ones. It's nice. Again, I don't think this is a little bit softer than this one, but I don't think that the MAC version is anything so special that you need to run out and purchase theirs. But I like it. It does the trick. Those are kind of my, my everyday go-to brushes. Like I said, I have other ones. I have some kind of like cooler one-off ones that you use, and I'll do a video about those eventually. But these are really, you're starting your collection and you just want, everyday brushes. You want stuff that you can use, that that you'll get, your money's worth. Definitely these, I would say, get one contouring brush, one foundation brush, and then a blush brush. And those really you can use, those three mixed with the 3 eyeshadow, and you'll really be kind of set, unless you're like me and you're crazy, or you're professional, or just whatever, you need more brushes. Getting those 6 staples, that'll just change your whole makeup routine. So I hope you guys learned something. If you have any brushes that you like to use, please send them my way. I love to try new things, and I will definitely, purchase if you have any recommendations and report back. And in the meantime, just, thanks for watching and have a great rest of the day.